Greetings everyone, this is Elizabeth here with Crescent Creations, and today we're back with the Hang in There digital stamp set. Yes, it's digital. So these wonderful little digital designs have a white backing and a see-through background. They come in a full PNG page, which means you can crop out just the section you want. Say like you need 10 cards, but you want them all with this particular image. You can crop it out. You can use Word, any free program that lets you crop and copy and paste. Then you can paste it all over your page as much as you want. I keep a full printout just like this of all of my digitals, and I put them in a folder and I can go through them. I give them a little tab and I just pop them in a folder, and then I'm like, oh, what do I want to work with? And it's easy for me to see what I have. Then I can go on my computer and say, okay, I need the Believe, and I go right to my Crescent Creation file folder on my computer, and I print. So that's what I do, and it helps too, because I can pull them out and say, oh, this one might be cute with that one, stuff like that, because you can mix and match your digital designs. But I want to work with this printout again, and what I did is I enlarged them, and then this one, you see, this one, I fill up a whole page. I should have put a little B right there and really filled it up. But I fill it up, and then I print it, and this is printed on watercolor paper. Yes, my laser printer, if I'm careful, I can stick it through the manual feed and it will take the heavier weight, even though it doesn't recommend it. I turn my DPI, dots per inch, I turn the DPI down to about 600, sometimes 300, depending on the paper. The dots per inch is how much ink it drops in that little bitty space. So the higher the ink or laser powder, whatever you want to call it, the more chances it's going to smear and get all yucky. So that's what I do, is I turn that down, choose thick paper so it heats it a little bit longer in the laser, and then send it through. Now I am going to foil these because it's not going to take very long. Actually, let me even turn my Mink onto a 4 or a 5, depending. You know, they're not all the same. Some of them might need to be a little bit higher than others. I'm going to fussy cut this one out, I think. So I'm going to cut it a little bit close to my plant, so when I go to cut my other two out, it's going to be straighter. Make sure I'm on live chat. I had absolutely no chat showing. There was something going on there. Hello, Dawn and Deborah. How are you, lovely ladies? Dawn, Deborah, Debbie J. Hello, hello. All those lovely D names in there. Do. We'll get those spat out for you. Blech. Okay, so let me grab my little chopper, which I dropped the other day. I was like, oh no, my choppy chop. Okay, so let's see. I know this is straight. So I'm going to set it like so, because I do want some background left for these ones, I think. So, what am I doing? I never know what I'm doing. I want to make slimline cards for those. So I think if I cut this fairly close, okay, fairly close, is that, Ooh, that might be. Let's us see. I'm just going to chop it there. Just for now. I'll do some touch-ups here in a second because I just kind of want to see how this is going to fit my mini slimline. And it actually is not too far off. So I'm just going to take a hair off of each side because it looks pretty centered. I did that one pretty decent. If you don't want to guess about your cuts, when you go into your printing program, what you can do is put a very, very thin light gray box around your image for your cut line, and then you can either cut on the inside so you get rid of the line, or print an even thicker line like I did here. See, I printed a thick bounding box, and I knew that I measured it wrong, but it's still okay. But I knew I would cut on the outside of it, so I just made a nice thick line and made sure that the outer perimeter was going to fit my slim line. But yeah, isn't that just the little clay bee? And the bee is from the because of the wonderful thing he does. Clay bits. Okay, so as I'm looking at this, I noticed that I've got this little nick. So I'm going to actually cut this a little bit closer so that we can have a border all the way around. What I'm going to do, because of that little nick, I'm going to go right up to it. And I'm going to chop that little nick right off. Just like that. And then I'm going to see what that does. Gives me a little bit of top and a little bit of border. So yeah, we're just going to trim this right up to the pot. Are you lovely ladies doing some crafting? Get it right up to the pot. Da-da, da-da, da-da. Okay, so we should have... Yay, look at that. So I'm going to foil that one, and we're going to foil them all. Foil, foil, foil. I'm going to do the same here. Cut off all of the garbly gook. But I'm going to leave this one a little bit smaller. Ooh. Yeah, I can still cut more. It'll be okay. We're going to cut there. And cut there. Pam, hello. Oh, more house issues. Oh, okay. So this one, I'm gonna have a nice area left behind, which means we can put something fun behind it. Ooh, look at that. So we might do that. We can definitely put a little sentiment or something in there. We could put a little sentiment right in the little pot too. These are also from Crescent Creation. They're part of the new March release. These are the Bee Sentiment Bundle. You get 4 pages that you can foil. They also have the Growing Sentiment Bundle. Again, you can foil if you would like. You can use them black and white. You don't have to foil. And you don't have to foil this. Just know that toner on watercolor paper doesn't always set the best. It gets a little funky sometimes. Just a little funky. Alright, so we have our 3 little beauties right there. This scrap right here is going to be a good scrap. I'm going to hang on to that one. Toss those other ones. And we used that green foil the last time. use my star foil on that one. Maybe a burgundy. Ooh, that would be pretty. And, ooh, I haven't used this one a lot. This one might be fun on that little guy right there. All right. So when you're doing toner foil, okay, a lot of foils say heat transfer foil. There's two heat foils, okay? There's a hot foil for the glimmer plate and the other brands out there where you buy a metal plate, put it on the thing, heat it up, and then run it through your die cutting machines. That's a different type of foil than this. And I use glimmer foil. There's deco foil, hot foil quill, the foil quill stuff. This, like I said, is a little bit different. This is toner foil. Even though it says heat transfer foil, it is a toner foil, which means you need toner to make it stick. Ooh, look at that. My little piece that I was saving fits. Okay. Now, because you need toner, the toner is actually the glue. So, if you're got dust or yuckies on your toner paper or your foil, okay, it won't stick. So you need to make sure that there's nothing between the two, okay? So what I recommend is you get yourself a nice brush and you wipe away any dust on both items, okay? Because this can collect dust. Even if you don't see it, it's possible it's there and you might miss some. It's no big deal. Okay, now I use a mink. If you use a laminator, just make sure that little booger is hot. You know, let it stay on for a good 25-30 minutes. If it has a shut off, you might not be able to leave it on that long, but as long as you can, get it nice and warm. I've got mine set at 4. We're going to send that on through. Send it on through to the other side. Now this particular brand is from H&H Sign Supply. Their website's a little harder to navigate. I don't know. I always have troubles with their website trying to find the toner foil, but they do carry it. There's a Facebook seller that sells it. There's all sorts of websites. Place in Australia sells it. Oops. Deco Foil is a brand that's sold in all sorts of stores. Okay. And again, we're going to dust that right off. And you don't have to push hard. Get a nice, soft, bouncy brush. Get these on Amazon. They're like $7, but it's worth it. And then here's the next thing. Don't use this for anything else but your foil. Okay? You don't want to use it to dust off glitter, powders, or anything like that, because if you get glitter and powder in here, you can transfer it back onto here, and then we don't have pretty foil. So we're going to stick this in here. Mink has carrier sheets. Laminator, I don't know exactly how you guys do it. People put them between copy paper. People put them between parchment paper. People run it through what they call naked, where you just have your paper in the foil and send it through. You're going to know what you're going to appreciate and works for you. If your mink, you're running it at a hot setting and it's still not working, run it through naked, especially if you're using a heavy paper. It might just need nothing. You might just need to, or a laminator, because the ink definitely gets hot enough. Put it through like naked. Run it through, then flip it over and run it through again. Because laminators, they might heat from the top, they might heat from the bottom, they might heat from both top and bottom. That is how the mink does it. The mink likes to heat top and bottom. So we're going to line this little guy right up here. And then we're going to slice that. And I am using a rotary cutter. I get mine in the fabric department. You can buy replacements. All sorts of companies are selling them now because people are finding it cuts through paper and stuff just fine. They're kind of fun to play with, but it is a sharp tool. Do not let your kids play with them. We don't want to lose any fingers. Get that on there. See, as we're prepping, we can send one through. It'll be done. We get our next one. Oh, look at that. Ooh, so pretty. All right. Look at all these comments I'm missing. Oh, we're talking about Pam's house. Yep. And Debbie J says, Elizabeth is right. I run it through at least a couple of times. And she, I do believe, uses a laminator versus a mink. Look at that. When you're choosing paper to foil on, this is another thing. If you use lumpy bumpy paper, your laser printing isn't going to sit in all the valleys very well, and it will get pretty thick on the hills. So you're not going to get perfect foiling. This is watercolor paper. It is what they call hot press. It's a little bit more expensive, but what you can do, I mean, it's watercolor. You can load it with water and have a lot of fun with that. It's going to be fabulous. Now, this is what's left, okay? They call it waste, but in our crafty community, it's not waste until you've done it again. Just like a toner, okay? I can print a rectangle of toner and foil this again. Some companies like Deco Foil have toner sheets that are just jet black toner, and you can foil this. Now what's going to happen is you're going to get this burgundy color, and then all the lines are going to be black, which then you can hit with another color, and then you get the cycle of foil, double foil, on down the line. It's really amazing what you can do. Or there's some other techniques you can do, and you can foil on some other substrates and stuff, different techniques, but you can use this again. So I'm actually going to hang on to this one. It printed really well. Beautiful lines. Let's see our little, look at that one. Oh, these stripedy lines just make that one look so fabulous. And again, I know it's hard to see. We'll flip it over, but the perfect pull, we could definitely reuse that one. Here's our cactus with our shiny stars. Look at that. Are we ready? Oh, I do love well, almost perfect. It missed a little bit on the edges, but you know, I'm looking for it. When you hand this to somebody and they see it, they're going to be holding it and they're going to go, oh my God, it's so beautiful. They're not going to go, oh wait, it didn't catch. And you guys probably can't even see it. But it's not 100% perfect, but it's close enough. It's close enough. And it's gorgeous. My other recommendation is don't do me and use your foil and set it aside, okay? Use your foil and put it right back into its case. Remember, dust free, okay? So now I gotta put these little boogers back. Are very naughty. I don't have a case for this particular one, but I do put this back on it. And he does go in my drawer with other stuff on top. So I bury him because he doesn't have a protective sleeve. So we're just going to toss those in the drawer. Put my little carrier sheet over there. And let's do some watercoloring. I got myself some fresh water. Yes, such beautiful, beautiful goodness. All right, and I got a couple watercolors. I got the Currents. The Currents have some blues, which I think will be great. Uh-oh, we have an escapee. 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. I need these in orders. Why are you 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44? Because I can't count. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. And then, no, I probably won't use that one. Let's use Terrain, Terrain, Terrain. Oh, yeah. There we go. And make sure those are all good. So I've got my watercolor palettes ready to go. We're going to kind of zoom in so you can see what's going on. And watercoloring can be a very quick process. You don't have to take your time on it. You can just blob it on there. That's the great thing about watercolors. You can do some fun, funky stuff. And it will not ruin your foil. Your foil actually kind of works like a resist. Now, watercolor will sit on top of it, but it won't ruin it. So I just got the one cactus wet. I'm going to get some greens. And I'm just going to let them go in there and be happy. Unbury my rag here. Got a little bit too much water in there. And I'm just going to let them kind of marble together. Use a couple of different colors. Let them do whatever they want to do. And then we're going to do the next one. A little too much water, just wipe it off on a rag. This is a nice fat round brush. You can use a skinny round brush. You can use any kind of brush that you want. I like the round when I know I've got to do detail, like the tips there. My watercolors are by Prima. They're the art philosophy ones. I got them on clearance at Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby is no longer carrying them. It's kind of rude, I know. But that's what I'm using. And you can mix color palettes. It's not quite enough water, I don't feel. I want them to blend. Blendy blendies. Hello, Shay. How are you? I want this one a little bit more on the bluer side. Maybe just a highlight of this bright. There we go. Debbie even added tiny labels so she can see the foil and know what the name is. Oh, she reorganized her glimmer foil. Yeah. Okay, now tomorrow is Friday, and Debbie J and I and Neha and some other creators have a hop video going up for a new thing that Ms. Neha is going to have. And I'm going to do a little sneak peek. And that was very rude of me to turn away while I was talking to you guys. But here's a little sneak peek of the upcoming video I have going. There it is. That's your sneak peek. Take a good look. Yeah, so tomorrow, noon Eastern, I hope. That's what I set mine for. I got to double check. But I think it's noon Eastern. I'm good. I like your fearless use of mixed media in the past and now. Absolutely. I just, I see stuff and I'm like, ooh, I want to try that. I'm not perfect at it by any means. Well, thank you. That really needed to join the party, I guess. But, oh, I forgot to get it damp first so the colors will bleed together. Try not to run into the other one. Just getting that water in there. Oop, a little bit of red in there. And let's go with this one. Yes, you can wipe the paint off the foil if you want to. Okay, you can take a wet brush and just kind of scoop it off of there. It's kind of tedious, but if you want perfect foil, you can do that. I will say that I don't feel that it messes it up. Even like that little glob right there would still be fine. But you can wipe it up like so. Okay. Absolutely. Pam is so funny. She says, Dawn, how rude. We should have your full attention. Because Dawn is hopping between laptop and here. And Pam also says the woman whose mind is going multiple different directions at the moment. Because she is dealing with house stuff. We're hoping she gets the house that she wants. A couple of issues have turned up. So hopefully it gets worked out. Because it's a beautiful home. She's been sharing pictures on our group. Oh, look at that. And speaking of groups, Crescent Creation does have a Facebook group. It's the Crescent Creation Show and Tell. So if you like Crescent Creation and want to see... Oh, you know what? I'm so bad. I need to post some pictures in there. Well, okay, so when I called it a resist, it'll stop the water from going outward. And it kind of holds the water there. Now, if you go on top of the foil, it will hold the water a little bit. Okay. Let's see if we can get this to focus. Like right here. But it wipes right off. So just like heat embossing and then inking over, you still have to wipe it a little bit. But you can still see all of the goodness through there. And it's really easy to wipe off any excess. Oh, I like that one. Well, you can't see it. Yeah, there we go. The little yellow spots in there. Dawn says, yeah, my mind's a hot mess. Okay, so there's that. So let's color our pot. And I want to do like a marble pot. So we're going to do the same thing we did with our cactus. And I'm going to turn this so it catches the light so I can see where my water is. I want to make sure this has got some water on it. This little piece of green that seeped through, I'm just going to wipe that off. Okay, let's add some blues. I'm just going to dab it on there. Grab this burgundy color. Try not to dab too bad. Don't want any splashes. And then just using the tip, kind of swirl it around to fill in any. And if I feel it's too wet, I can pull some of that water off. So this is actually very wet. And I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm gonna take some of the water off. And just, because your brush will act like a sponge. As soon as it touches, it's going to pull. There we go. And since my paper buckled a little bit, it's going to drag it to the edges. So I'm just going to sop up that water and get it to move inward a little bit. Hopefully keep some of that marbling I got going on. Ooh-wee, I like it. Look at that marbly pot. This is a hot press watercolor paper this time because I really wanted to saturate the stuff and let the inks and stuff flow. When I use Accent Opaque, it is a drier painting method. And to do the dryer method, which I'm going to do on the inside here, is you get your brush a little damp. Okay, so when you do this, you don't have any excess water coming off. And then you grab your color and then you tap it in there. Okay, so that's going to be dry like almost immediately. Okay, almost immediately. Don't touch it though. So if I was doing this squishy motion, I would use a brush like this where the water comes off. Okay, but the dry method, we're going to get it dried off, make sure it's not too excess, and then we're going to pick a color, pick up a little bit, and see how much brighter it is when you use a drier method. But that's okay because that's the inside of our pot. It's going to be different than the outside of our pot. And I can take some of that color up by just putting the brush back into it. So then I can tone it down, which I really needed to do. That was screaming bright. There we go. There it is. Our inside of the pot, our little bit of dirt, and our lovely little cacti. I'm going to put them aside and let them dry. Ooh, Pam's getting some crafty goodies. Okay, so here, this one here, let's do something fun with this one. I don't know how it's going to work out, but we're going to do it, right? We're going to load this whole thing up. We're just going to tap in some water. I don't know what you are. Okay, we're just going to tap in some water. and I'm kind of holding at a very slight angle, not a heavy angle like I was before. I'm using a lot of the brush here to tap that in, and I'm going to pick up the paint the same way. Okay, it's going up further, and now I'm just going to tap that in. Okay, like those little splashes. Let's give those splashes. We're going to pick another green, same thing, pick it up heavy on the side, just tap that in there. We're going to have maybe a burgundy pot here with a little bit of red. Okay, let that do its thing. Tap a little bit of water on it just because we can. Grab some more green, load it up on the side so we can tap it in there. Get those leaves. Okay, pick up some more of this burgundy and then tap it in there. Let it do its thing. Okay, maybe a little bit more red. Alright, that's it. We're going to let that dry and see what that looks like. Because we can, you guys. We can do whatever kind of craziness we want with it. That's what's so fun about this. Now this one, we're going to do a lot of water. Do them all at once. And I'm going outside the edges. You know, I'm just getting that water in there. Okay, just get that in there. And then we're going to do like this at the bottom of them. And again, I'm not caring. I'm going outside the lines. Okay. Because I'm going to fussy cut this one. So this one really, I don't mind if it goes out. Then we're going to go in with this one. I don't know. Maybe not that one. That's all right. We'll share some of that color with some of these other ones. There might be too much water on there. Do some of that, just some of that, just some of that. Oh, almost forgot this guy there. Get that mixed in there a little bit. See, not pretty, not precise, just kind of get it in there, and if you like it, move on to the next one, or if you feel like it needs a little bit more color, can definitely do that. I'm not particularly fond of this leaf, so I'm just going to dab it and then go back in with that and that. There we go. Oh, I like that better. Blend that just a little bit. So our leaves are all different. Just eyeball the colors. You don't have to look like they belong together. They'll look like it when you're done. Let's do our pot. Make sure it's all nice and got some water on it. Go outside the line a little bit. And let's do a little bit of burgundy and blue. Tap that off. Get that weasel out of there. Look at our pot. We did like a two-tone pot. How fun was that? There we go. And then we let that one dry. Look at that. Can move. Ooh, that one's a little runny. We can move it around a little bit. No lollipop. Got Strawberry Charms mini pops with my order. Pop-Tarts? I don't know. Oh, they're lollipops. Sorry. Okay, so we've got those sitting. We come back to our first one, and it's nice and dry. Ugh, look at that. Isn't that just the prettiest? Now we get our little slimline card. Let's get those. We're done with the watercolor part. Make sure this is dry. And we have beautiful area for our Crescent Creation Dots Rainbow cardstock. Oh yes, 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 because there's not enough bling in our lives. Let's bling it up with some of that. Okay, so this is going to cover our base. This is toner foil. All of these images I printed on a I printed on watercolor paper with my laser printer. That way there, because these are the digital images from Crescent Creation. Okay, these are part of the Hang in There digital stamp set. Okay, and I just sized them the way I wanted and printed them. And I like to fill the full card. Okay, what size do we need? I always forget. 3. We need 3 inches. 3 inches. Dope. Okay, and then we need, I don't know, what do we need? We need 6. I did mine 3 by 6. 3 by 6. 5, 6. So we have, oh yeah, look at that. And this cardstock is Dots Rainbow Holographic. It is a Crescent Creation paper cardstock, which again is super thick. If you wanted to, you can make this into a card base because it's a good thick quality. And yes, there we go. Let's get some glue. And if you guys want to do some shopping, might consider shopping on a Wednesday. Okay. Ooh, will this stick to that? Oh, we'll find out. Wednesday is Embellish Wednesdays at Crescent Creation shop, crescentcreation.com. They have select few embellishments that they put 40% off. And the best thing is it's right there in the shop, already discounted. You see the original price and the reduced price. Then you just throw them in your cart, and that is that. But they have some really wonderful embellishments. And I've been fortunate being on their design team. I do get some. And believe me when I tell you that some of them are so stinking cute. Yeah, this foil or this cardstock, let me tell you, it's, oh yeah, art glitter glue. Sorry. Barely art. Sorry, Bear. Barely art glue. Look at that. It is stuck. Yeah. Woohoo. Look at that. And now we're going to glue. I don't know why I put the pin back in it. We're going to make ourselves a lovely, lovely little slim line. Look at that. Our cute little slim line. How adorable. Oh my goodness. did get it up just a little bit too high though. That's okay. It's there. It's going to mail just fine. All right. Look at that. Our first little card. How adorable. And I love, just put a layer of water on there and let your colors blend. Make sure you soak up the extra water if it bevels, you know, pick it up. Otherwise, if you leave that pool of water, yeah, it'll dry really dark and interesting, but it will also pull the color to it. So you'll want to make sure you don't have any puddles. Just dap them up like I did, and you'll be good to go. But I love it. And our cactus has beautiful different colorations in there just by adding that extra water in there, tapping in the various shades of greens and a little bit of blue. Okay, this little goodie, you know, just sign the back, it'll be ready to go. Apparently something wasn't clean. Those are free, boo-boos are free. Okay, but yeah, there's one. Okay, now we've got this little gem. Oh, this one's still drying. What about you? Oh, this one's still drying too. That's okay. You guys mute your TVs. I'm going to hit this with the heat gun so we can make some more cards. Love how the pot turned out on this one. Ugh. It just made it very marbly. Or not even marbly. I don't even know what you call that. Yes, tomorrow's Friday hop is for Crescent Creation. They have a new item to the shop. And here's my sneak peek. So a new item to the shop. Okay. A little bit much. Okay, that's one. In my video it says I'm gonna go make 2 cards. At the end of the video I had 4 cards. So it was super easy. It took me less than an hour to make all my cards. It was great. But you guys will see it in 15 minutes. What took me just over an hour. Okay, so I'm loving this, but it needs to go choppity chop chop, because of course when I printed it, I cut the other one out and I cut it really close, but I already knew that I really wanted this one just to be kind of fussy cut out. You can also use your scan and cut, whatever you have handy. I'm just gonna do a quick border, and the nice thing about quick borders is don't really think about them, okay? Don't worry too much if you're getting close or far enough away. Give yourself a nice decent border just to be in there, bordery, whatever. And so like here, I cut it a little bit too close. So all I'm going to do is just kind of round that edge. And even though I'm not cutting the paper right there, I'm still closing my scissors as if I was. Just leaving my hand in that motion. Maybe that one was a little too wide. And right there, that was a little too close, but that's okay. Again, if they're judging your line thickness, tell them to send me the card and I will appreciate it with all the wonky line thickness and everything. See, I missed that one too. But I'm not worried because this is a very artistic style. And if it was perfect, I think it would not look as nice. Okay, what I am going to do to fuss is just fix that corner a little bit. Make sure I don't have any sharp edges. And there it is. Look at that. Oh my goodness. The question is, do I want this on? Oh, look at that. This is one of the Crescent Creation cardstock too. It's super thick. So I actually am going to make the whole card out of this. But I want a slim line. So I need to grab my bigger chop. So we're going to ink up these edges on this yellow one after I get it chopped up. It's going to be fabulous. Okay, so this we need to chop with this. And we're going to do, what is it? Oh, I always forget. Why do I always forget? We want, nope, that's 5 by 7. No. You're too big. Vacate. Here we go. Is going to be 8.5 by 3 and, well, no, let's open it up first. 7.5. 8.5 by 7.5. So this is our 11, so that's where we're going to get, because that's 8.5 already. 8.5 by 7.5. 7.5. There we go. And then we're going to score at 3/75. And score and flip. Yes, I did it right for the most part. Ta-da! We're going to put this little leg back away. Oh, okay. So here's our Crescent Creation yellow cardstock. And let me tell you, their cardstock is like, it's good quality. I mean, look at that. It holds. Okay. That's how I test. If it's like thick, if you just hold it by a pinch and if it flops, you're dealing with a lighter weight paper versus a thick, heavy paper. Oh, look it. Oh, I got a little red something in there, though. Let's see if our mono sand eraser will take that out. Leave it to me to get stuff on there. Mono sand eraser actually, like, erases the top layer of paper. Okay. And yes, this is a very nice mute yellow. And it will pair with your watercolors very nicely. Oh, I love that. But I want it kind of like a vignette. So we're going to ink up some edges. I'm trying to think. Do I want a yellow ink up, or let's try a little bit of guppy. And I'm not going to try it on my project, because if I mess it up, I'm going to be upset. We're going to try it on the little bitty scrap. Oh, look at that. So this is more of an orange color. It's a lighter orangey color. So we're going to put some guppy on there. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to tap, because I don't want it bold. I just want to darken the edges, kind of make it a little marbly. Tap, tap. Bring that in. Tap, tap. Okay. And let the darkness hit the edges, and then bring it in, like kind of like you're cleaning the brush. We don't want a lot in here in the center, and we want more on our corners. And when you do the corners, you can go in a swooping motion, okay, just to make it more vignette like. Oh, look at that. And then we can test to see how much color we've changed. Okay. These are the same papers, which are not showing up on the camera very well. I do apologize about that. Let's see if that helps. No. But, ooh, right there. There we go. We can see there's a little bit of color on the inside. Most of the color we added to the outside. And these are the same two papers. You can do this with any color paper, any pattern paper. Just to add that little vignette, you can add the browns, or black is more traditional, the sepia colors. Or just tone on tone, you know, yellow on yellow, to get that in there. Let me clean this up, because that's a fair amount of yellow. We're gonna clean that up if we can. Ooh, look, I have a piece. Yeah, look at that. Ooh, that turned out nice. All right. I like to clean up with a piece of paper. I try to keep a stack of accent opaque 65-pound on hand, cut up to 1/4 of the page. And then I can stamp on this, stencil on it, and build it up and make something. So I'm not working with a plain base, but look at that. That almost looks like a mountain. Mountain and some clouds in there in yellow. I like how that one turned out. Woo! Alright, so let's get back to this. And then this. Oh, look at. See how it just pops in there? Pops. We need to pop that up. I just had you guys. Come here. We're gonna pop you up. Da 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 da. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Pam says, don't tell Dawn. She's multitasking. She's putting stuff away. She's got some new goodies. New goodies. Using my thick foam for the thick areas. And then the thinner foam. Somebody didn't put their stuff away. Not naming any names, Elizabeth. Then just put a little bit thin. Ooh, you know what? Ha ha ha. Because these are leaves and stuff, you know what you can do? We're going to do it. Okay, so we have a couple of these leaves. Like this one, and this one here. And then this one. I'm not going to put a foam on there. I'm actually going to glue that leaf down. And then I'm going to add extra foam to these three. Oh yeah. We're gonna have some little bitty foam stacking going on. We're going to give our little leaves some dimension. Oh, this is going to be fun. Another dimension. Okay. All right. Okay, so we're going to peel all of our stuff. Okay. Now we're going to add a little bit of glue to this one because we want this one glued down, but just the tip. Oops, somebody forgot to close it off. Just the tip. Okay. Get that a little out there. Okay. So we're going to get that in there. Make sure that center is good and down. Tape or glue that down. Get that center in there the way we want it. And then, woohoo! Yeah! Oh, I like it. So this one is down. These are one level. These right here pop up even more. It's very subtle, but it's cool. Look at our card. Just a little bit of water, a little bit of ink. Yeah, you can even use your reinkers as watercolors. I mean, you can use any liquid medium with pigment in it, like acrylic paint and stuff. You just thin it out more with water. So if you have the distress paints, you could paint like that. Okay, so yeah, look at that. And this is nice heavy cardstock. I don't have to worry about adding anything more. I can write right on there. The black is going to show up beautifully. And speaking of black, where is the hanging in there? So this one is the encouragement sentiments. Okay. I did foil one, but I think the foil might not go good with this one. So let's pull out one of these. And I don't know. I'm still reading. Okay, what did I do? Why can't I get into this? Oh my goodness. Oh, there's two. Oh, I did not notice that. You guys, I'm so bad. Look, there's two different sayings in there. So you get two, you do get 4 pages, but you get 2 sayings. I should have foiled one of those too. That's all right. But this one here, I'm here for you. I love that. I'm always there for you. But I'm thinking that I'm here for you is actually going to fit in my little pot. Look at me adding a sentiment to the front of my card, you guys. Mark that down in your calendars. And this is me using it without foil, just to show that you can use any of this stuff. Did I get it? Oh yeah. I do want to trim a little bit more off, can I? Is it possible? I don't know. Let's find out. Come on. I didn't get it quite close enough at the end. Just want to take a hair more off. I'm being kind of picky right now. Oh, maybe I should just leave it. Ooh, but I did. Please stay. Please stay. Ha ha! Ha 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 ha! Look at... Oh, you guys can't even see. Don't worry. I got it. I got it. Look at that. Oh my goodness. It like fits perfectly in there. Oh, it's so tiny whiny. Okay, I think right there, and then I think I'm going to flag the ends. So this is how I flag my ends. I cut to the size I want the tips to be at, right? Just a little bit more off that other end here, just a hair. Okay, now I'm going to cut down the center to the letter, but not all the way. And then I'm going to go from the corners to where my cut stopped. Okay, and there's one little flag. So we're going to flip it over. We're going to cut not all the way to the letter. Okay, and then go from the corner to where we stopped. And it's a good enough flag. Look at that. Oh, look, it's so tiny. It's so perfect. Well, thank you. Thank you. And then we just need one teeny bit of glue. I should have used my thin tip. That's all right. Oops, oops. Nope, nope, nope. There we go. Close enough. It's crooked, but that's what you get. She says, Mark, what down? I missed it. That I used the sentiment on the outside of my card. I used a sentiment on the outside of my card. Oh, so awesome. So awesome. Okay, so then our next one that I buried somewhere. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd who go? There you are. So there's the two cards we've done, and then this little gem. And where is my card base? This one is going to have a big bottom, or you could just trim that off and have just a little note card. Oh, I love that. Just love that. Or, you know what? I think this one needs to be fussy cut out too. Hold please. We're going to do like, can I do? Yes, I can. I can do whatever I want. There's no holding me back. Doop and doop and doop. Let's get that little bit roundy. Roundy right there. Nothing special. I'm just going lumpies and bumpies wherever I feel like a lump and a bump. Cut in some of that green. I like that green right there. Cut that in. Some more lumpy bumpies. Bumps and bumps. And then we're going to round out those corners. There we go. Ooh, yeah. Oh, see, I like that better down in the corner. But we need to do something. Let's go ahead and add a little bit of blue inking, maybe. A little bit of blue. Just debating if we need another sentiment on the outside. Ooh, if we do buzzing by to say, then we can use our little bees. I like that there, but yeah. I know, the aliens have landed. Beware, they'll change you. I don't know. I have a hard time with the sentiments. Did you see that? I like ticked forever on that. Yeah, I do. I do want to do this in some blues. And what we're going to do is we're going to do a dark blue and then bring it down into a light blue. Okay. So I'm going to keep this as close as possible. Hit that dark blue right on the edge. Okay. I want it right on the edge. I'm not worried about the brush strokes because that's interesting to me. Okay, right on the edge. Okay, and then we're going to get a lighter blue or a brighter blue. Definitely like my bright blues. Let's clean our brush. Brush, brush, brush. Get a little clean spot there. Okay, and then we're going to pick up our light blue and go right over the top of everything. But bring that bright blue to the center. So big swirls. Okay. And just let it do whatever it wants to do in there. Ugh, look at that. Got blotchy, and we didn't get it all over the black. So that's a big plus. Hey, yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah, look at that. Ooh, I like that. I like it a lot. Just get that right on the edge. A little bit of glue, because your fancy glues that you spend a lot of money on don't need a lot. That's why they cost us so much. You can also post it in our group, Pam, if you want. I don't mind seeing what you got today. All right. Oh, look at that. Okay, so I do want to use... Where's that B one? Do I want it in black? Yeah, I don't want foil. I don't want foil. So that's what's nice about these, is you don't have to foil them. You might just need it to be... Okay. Okay, so the... I didn't notice that either. So you get 4 sheets, but two types of sayings. Could you be any sweeter? Oh, so cute. That's too big for there, though. Buzzing by to say. I think if we put this in the corner with a flag out here and then a couple of bees, I think that would be super cute. So let's get the chop out And then we'll be done, and I'll let you guys go because I did go over a little. Although, I do have to say, it didn't take us very long. That one's kind of... That one's really close. That one didn't have a lot of room for the chop. And I kind of messed it up there. That's alright. We'll just... There we go. They won't notice. That is slightly off. You guys can't see. I'm just trying to cut super close since everything kind of got a little too close. That's a little too close. Woohoo! Okay. So we're going to do our little flag. So we're going to snip, cut right to where we want our flag to stop, and then from the corner in. Here we go. Oh, look at that. Another sentiment on the outside of the card. Woohoo! I'm on a roll, you guys. Trying new things. I don't know how I feel about that, but I did it. Okay, now we need our other glue tip because we need some bees. Bees. We're gonna get our bees out. Get your bees out. Here they are. They're so believably cute. Here's a big bee. Oh yeah, look at that little bee. Oh, he's better looking on the other side though. So we'll use him on the other side. We'll have zing buzzing by. Let's get some glue on there. Drop him on there just like that. Like he's heading for those leaves to see if there's any sweet things in there. 3 cards in an hour. In 15 minutes, and it probably would have been quicker if I hadn't got hung up on the sentiments. But I do that. I get hung up on the sentiments. So these are at Crescent Creation. These ones are the Because set. They do have little flowers in there, little bees. And I love it because you saw I just used one. Look how many more I have. And I've used a couple. I've made shaker card. I've made a couple of other cards. So exciting. So exciting. Okay, so let's get our cards out and I'll show you what I made. Oops. Oh, there you are. Gotta plug my glue up, you guys. Let's clean our mess. Well, I gotta take pictures anyways, so we'll get set up for pictures. How's that? Because, yeah, there we go. Look at. So we made this card and this card and that card. Okay. And I'm going to show this other card, even though we didn't make it today, but I did make it on a live here on Crescent Creation. This one. And that's because these 4 images were on the same printout. Oh, my head's in the way. Oh, no. Okay, can we... There we go. Okay. So, this was just one page of printout of the Hang in There digital stamp set. So we've got the cactus. I just enlarged it. We have this little guy right here. Again, I enlarged it. And then this one is perfect for slimline. And I really expanded that one. And then this one here, I grouped 3 of them together and made a little border so that I could print it all at once. But these were all on the same page, all from this set here. The other thing too is if you want these words in the pot, you can cut them and paste them right onto. Okay, cut them a little bit and paste them right on to the pot, because the centers and all that stuff is, well, I guess it doesn't matter for that, but they're, the letters, the centers are clear. So if you put grow over the top of this, you'll see the lines through the R and the O, if that makes sense. But if you put the pot over the words, you're not going to see the words because the pot is actually white. So you can stack them just like I did here, and you're not going to see the one through the other. So they're super nice quality digitals. Sorry about that, my timer. Get done with your live, Elizabeth. But yeah, and here, ooh, look, this one here was printed, so that one printed right on, and then I've got that little bee in there. It's a little hang in there. But yeah, so there they are. I hope you all had fun, and go hop over to Crescent Creation. The link is down in the description below for you. And you're going to want to check out Hang in There digital stamp set. If you don't have a laser printer, you don't foil, that's fine. You can definitely print these with your inkjet printers. Sorry, the other ones. You can definitely print those with the other ones. And yeah, you can do the same stuff and have a lot of fun. Thank you for joining us today. And don't forget to hop along with us tomorrow with the new stuff she's got for you guys. There's another little sneak peek. Alrighty, have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye. And you're welcome. Oh, noon tomorrow, I think. Noon Eastern. I hope. But it's not a live. It's just going to post, and you guys can go just watch it whenever you have a chance.